Because it is
Because they took money.
It is geographically closer.
No. We took money.
Nika, wacha mimi ni story yangu. It is geographically closer to DRC than it is, and Uganda than it is to the US.
What is Ruto doing to protect Kenyans?
Nothing. When has Ruto ever protected Kenyans? Now, huyo mtu wenu alikula pesa. Does he care about the country? Like, I don't see any reason why people should ever vote for this guy again. The US is business. I will not blame the US. I will not blame them at all because it's for them it's business, right?
But speaking of policies not working, I want you all to listen to this. Let me cue this nicely because this is a very good segue because this is this guy. Your president, Omosh, your president.
I didn't vote for the guy.
Mika's president.
See.
Let me see. Hold on. Come to.
The Trump administration says the U.S. will not allow anyone with Ebola to enter the country. An Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo is spreading fast.
On Wednesday, the Trump administration announced that Americans with Ebola will be sent to Kenya to get medical care. U.S. is setting up a state-of-the-art facility there that will also be used as a quarantine center.
So, why Kenya?
Because it is geographically.
Because they took money.
It is geographically closer.
No. We took money.
Mika, wacha mimi ni story yangu. It is geographically closer to DRC than it is, and Uganda than it is to the US.
Okay.
Now, did they take money? Yes. And you know what's funny in that thing? Did they talk anything about Kenyans who get Ebola and whether they would be treated in that facility that is state of the art that is in Kenya? Ni kama ile EPZ zone.
Wacha niwaambie kitu inaendelea hapa.
Yeah.
It's simple. We brought in a guy who doesn't believe in vaccines, doesn't believe in anything, doesn't believe in science to be the head of our health system, right? And they dismantled everything that we learned during COVID.
Correct.
Everything that was set up there to deal with anything like this. Literally right now, this country can't deal with the pandemic. As simple as that. We can't. So the best issue is keep them out of the country. Wasiingie ndani. Keep them out of the country. So pay other people. Let them deal with them. Wakipona watakuja. Wasipopona wakikufia huko pia ni sawa. But that disease is not coming into the country. It's simple as that. Now, huyo mtu wenu alikula pesa. Does he care about the country? Like, I don't see any reason why people should ever vote for this guy again. The US is business. I will not blame the US. I will not blame them at all because for them it's business, right? So you take care of yourself. They found a way to take care of themselves.
So Mika, why didn't they set it up in DRC or in UG?
Omosh,
I'm just asking. Because I'm still not understanding why you would have people move from point of infection if infection is either in DRC or
because
UG.
You found a fool who's going to take your load because mkipata watu wenu, you are obligated to. Omosh ukikuwa mgonjwa nje ya America na wenu American, they will have to figure out how to take care of you.
I get that. That part I get. I'm not disputing.
So that is part of taking care of you. DRC ni point of nini. Kuko na distress. Hawana equipment, hawana nini, hawana medical care, hawana nini. So move you to a place where you can get medical care. Where you're safer, where you're better, where hauna chances of reinfections. Right? You don't even hurt the people who are coming to treat you because pia wako safe.
But okay.
America is totally fine in this deal. Hawamefanya kila kitu wanaweza kufanya. Mjinga ni mwenye alichukua pesa akakubali kufungwa nchi yake.
Yeah. To support Mika's, not to support Mika's point, let me add another caveat, Uno momento.
number one priority of our foreign policy is to protect the American people. We cannot and will not allow any cases of Ebola to enter the United States. And so the State Department and other agencies represented here, the Centers for Disease Control, HHS, others, are working very, very hard to contain this crisis to the countries where it's currently located.
To the crisis, to the countries where it's currently located?
Hold on.
Citizens and nationals who have been Ebola affected in regions there and of Africa currently being sent to certain airports here in the U.S. for health screenings.
Okay.
Umesikia vile mesema?
Yes.
American citizens, they are not going to allow anyone into the U.S. who has been potentially akona kitu, si ndio?
Yeah, even if you're an American.
Yes.
Which means then
it
means you don't count.
Which means that U.S. is doing their job in protecting American citizens, correct?
What about the
yes,
American citizens that are affected?
No. From what he said,
they're not protecting.
You're affected.
Lakini sasa
you're a danger to the rest of the country.
Huku kwa Kenya, what is Ruto doing to protect Kenyans?
Nothing. When has Ruto ever protected Kenyans?
He has set up go ahead, Mika.
This is the thing. When you're having these conversations about Ruto, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're having conversations about our MPs and our leaders, we need to be candid and open and talk about this thing. These people don't love Kenya. These people love themselves.
Kabisa.
They love Kenya for the fact that Kenya gives them a way to make themselves rich. That's the only reason why they love Kenya. But they don't care about Kenyans. They don't really worry about how Kenyans live and fare. And it's high time that Kenyans need to know that these people don't care about them. So every time we try to find a solution, we're just wasting time. It's true. If you're a voter and you're comfortable with how life is, vote for that person. If you're a voter and you are complaining about even a single thing in your life, the person you voted for in the last election is not the person you're supposed to be voting for in this election. It's simple as that.
So unasema mtu kama mimi juu tuliletewa barabara nianze kuswitch. I'm just asking for.
We kama unaona mtu mwenye yuko kwenu yuko sawa kwako unaweza kanae. But kama unaona kuna vitu wanaweza wasaidia. Wacha nikwambie kitu moja Umoshi.
Yes,
kitu moja wa Kenya wanajua. Watu wajuangi. Unaona Kenya, when it comes to infrastructure, in Africa, we are among the top, right? Barabara nini kila kitu. Like, kama unyani develop mabarabara ile country. Kenya sasa una drive unaweza enda mbali sana places zenye ulikuwa huwezi fika kitambo. Na barabara mzuri gari yako haipati pothole.
That's true.
So, shida ni una barabara fiti. Uko na internet fiti. Right? Uko na affordable housing. Lakini hosi hawezi afford. Hawezi afford shule. Food ni expensive. Ukiongea mnauliwa. Kila siku taxini inaongezwa tu. Cost of living inapanda. Hiyo barabara, is it worth all those other things? Those are things people need to ask themselves. Because most of the Kenyans actually wanaangalianga barabara, alijenga barabara sana kwa mzuri. No. Pole, sikutaka kukasi. Bandio utakata hiyo. Hell no. You know that you need to have your cost of living inafaa kwa mzuri. Watu wanafaa kuwa na jobs. Watu wanafaa kuwa na, like, mnaweza faa kuwa mkisema hii finance bill hatutaki, amtaki, amuuliwi, amrushi kwa jela, amkuwe abducted, amfanyiwe nini. Like, those are that is how life is supposed to be. Right? Haifai kukuwa ati cost of living inapanda kwa sababu somebody is monopolizing everything in the country ataka kuiba. You're supposed to be able to fight corruption easily. Like, barabara isitudanganye pekee. Shida yetu si tudanganywa na vitu ndogo ndogo. Ka infrastructure kamoja kanakuja kanarushwa hapo. Tunasema msee ni mpoa. Alitumia CDF kujenga sijui nini. Sijui alitengeneza mashule nini. But what about vile nyinyi mnaishi? Mna makazi. Watu wenu wanaenda shule, Yesu wanasoma bure. Lakini wanakula nini? Wanakula minji na mahindi kila siku. mko na mang'ombe zinauza maziwa, hiyo maziwa mnaweza afford nyinyi wenyewe. Kwa maziwa yote uchukuliwa, mnaweza kwa duka zinunua urudi mkule kwa nyumba ya maziwa. Right? Unapanda kahawa, huko kunywa kahawa gani? Huko kunywa kahawa yenye umejikaushia hapo kwa nyumba, ama unaweza kununua kahawa ya Dormans? Kama unapanda kahawa na huwezi afford kahawa ya Dormans ya supermarket, then you're doing bad. So we need to start evaluating how we are living in the country, and how we are doing checks and balances with these people. Hatuwezi kuwa na country yenye saa hii hatuna opposition.
I think also, and I am a fervent believer of what this young man by the name of Nganga Mwiga is doing. I think ile kitu imestua our because let's understand one thing. Umse ameenda aka accept 13 point something million Kenya US dollars to set up a facility in Laikipia. The High Court itself right now has suspended that. High Court imesema billas.
But chaps already landed.
That's fine. High Court imesema hapana. Wacha tufuate mutaratara. You know, they've landed, that is fine. But High Court imesema no. But this is pressure. But who is this guy? Because guess what? Umsi ataignore court orders kama kama ule mse mwingine wa huko ana ignore. Right? So priority ya umse is what first? Because mafuta ngata imepanda. Wase hawasosi.
Yeah.
Wase hawasosi. Ukweli guys are not eating. Guys hawana food.
You can't.
Right?
How you going to eat and your
matibabu ni
transport
shida.
is double.
Matibabu ni shida.
You saw that. You went through it.